He wasn't planning to go home that day. James sat alone on a cold park bench, staring at the river. He was 45 years old. For 20 years, he worked at the same small factory. He was quiet, responsible, kind. He paid his rent, helped his neighbors, never caused trouble. But none of that mattered anymore. 3 weeks earlier, he lost his job. A week later, his wife packed her bags and left. His phone stopped ringing, and slowly, so did his hope. For 3 weeks, James barely left his apartment. He didn't eat much. He didn't sleep. He just sat in the dark, thinking one dangerous thought. Maybe nobody would even notice if I disappeared. That morning, he walked to the park near his house. He chose the bench by the river. He stared at the water for a long time. And for the first time, he truly felt invisible. Maybe you know that feeling, that heavy silence inside your chest, that belief that the world has moved on without you. But here's what James didn't know. Someone was watching. An old man was walking slowly through the park. His name was Robert. He was 70 years old. He had a small dog and tired eyes that had seen many storms. He noticed James. He saw the way he was sitting, the way his shoulders were heavy, the way he wasn't really looking at the water, but through it. Robert could have kept walking. Most people do, but he didn't. He sat down beside him and said gently, "Beautiful morning, isn't it?" James didn't answer. Robert didn't leave. He just sat there, quiet. After a few minutes, James whispered something he hadn't told anyone. "I don't think I can keep going." Robert looked at him, not shocked, not uncomfortable, just understanding. "I know that feeling," he said softly. "I've been there too. Do you want to talk?" And something inside James broke. He started crying, right there, on that bench, in front of a stranger. And Robert did something very rare. He listened. He didn't interrupt. He didn't judge. He didn't check his phone. He didn't try to fix anything. He just listened for 1 full hour. Before Robert left, he took out a small piece of paper. He wrote his phone number. "Call me tomorrow," he said. "We'll have coffee." James held that paper all night. He didn't throw it away. The next morning, he called. They met at a small cafe, then again the next week, and the week after that. Robert introduced him to people at a community center, helped him find a small part-time job, invited him to simple gatherings, nothing dramatic, just small steps. Slowly, James started eating again, sleeping again, smiling again. 6 months later, James stood in front of a small group at that same community center. His voice shook as he said, "6 months ago, I was sitting on a bench by the river, ready to give up. A stranger sat next to me. He didn't solve my problems. He didn't give me money. He just showed me I wasn't alone, and that was enough to save my life." The room was silent. Then people began to clap, not loudly, but meaningfully. Here's the truth. Robert didn't perform a miracle. He gave his time, his attention, his kindness. And that small decision to sit instead of walk away changed everything. You have that same power. You might sit next to someone tomorrow. You might send a message. You might listen for 5 minutes. And you may never know that you became someone's turning point. If this story touched your heart, share it with one person today. And write in the comments, "I will be kind today," because somewhere right now, someone is sitting on a bench waiting for a Robert. See you in the next one.